What's up, Hell Gigs fans? Here's a little holiday treat from behind the paywall. This is a little rant I went down, a little rabbit hole I fell down last year talking about corporate Christmas parties and corporate Christmas shows. It's that time of year again where they start to roll in, and I second guess taking them, but then I do because I need the money. So this is it from behind the paywall, a little fun one from last year. I hope you enjoy it. Don't forget to rate, review, and subscribe to the podcast. Check it out on YouTube, just my name, Collin Chamberlin. And make sure you're liking and subscribing to that channel. And thanks to the Helium Podcast Network for keeping this baby on their network. So, with that being said, enjoy a little holiday treat from behind the paywall. What's up, Hell Gigs fans? Thanks for listening to another Patreon episode of the podcast. Appreciate it. Appreciate the support. TJ, thank you for joining. You're the newest patron to join. I appreciate that. I think I'm going to start doing something fun where if you're a patron, maybe you send in some questions for some guests, for like maybe that's one of the perks. So if we'll try it out. If you have questions you want to hear me ask certain guests, or just a general question you might be having that I don't ask my guests, or a question for me, a topic for me to talk about, then let me know, and I'll talk about it. I'll do whatever. You own me now, not just TJ, but all of the patrons. You own me. So, what are we going to talk about this week? Well, we're almost out of it, gang. We're almost out of 2020. We've got a couple weeks left. Christmas time is on its way, and this year's hot item in the Toys R Us catalog is a plexiglass screen, so you can wave hi to your grandparents at Christmas. So that's nice. But we're going to get out of it. It does seem like we're going to leave this year behind us, rightfully so. It does seem like people are pretty ready to get out. I went to Central Park today, and, it's the 40th anniversary of John Lennon's death, and they had a big thing there, and people seem to really throw caution to the wind. I mean, I know that it was a kind of like a celebration or memorial going on, and just a lot of people like literally rolling around on the ground, of Central Park, singing and dancing, and so that was, people were ready to be done. I think, and whether it's like, well, we need to actually wait a couple more months or not. It's just too late. You can't put the genie back in the bottle. The bottle has been cracked wide open. People got a taste of the good life. They started going to restaurants again. They started ordering appetizers. They started having a couple Bud Heavies, and next thing you know, they're spitting and slobbering into each other's mouths like it's 2019. Oh, but whatever. I'm probably going to do some Zoom shows. That's probably going to be what the future is for the next couple months, some Zoom shows. I don't know what stand-up's doing, but keep you posted on that. I'll tell you this, kind of a recent, not necessarily a hell gig, but just an annoying thing. I did a corporate Zoom show a couple days ago for some, I don't know, startup in New York, and it was like me and 3 other comics on it, and we're each doing 10 minutes, and they opened the Zoom show with jokes that the people in HR, whoever's in charge of the team building stuff, they wrote some jokes and did them, and then that's how the show started. Hey, if you are hiring a comedian for a corporate event, please do not try to open with your own version of comedy. because it is ice cold. They're like, so the new copier we got has been jamming up more than the line at lunch, the water cooler line, huh? Like, I mean, it's really bad. That would be like if I, if I'm a comedian and if I hired like an accountant to do my taxes, which now we're really in a fantasy world because this would assume I pay taxes. But if I hired an accountant to do my taxes, and then when they sat down, I was like, first I'd like to crunch some numbers myself, if you don't mind. I mean, like if you hired me for a show, a corporate show, and you talked your business was about healthcare, and my first 5 minutes were about the single payer system, but it was serious. You'd be like, why is he doing this? This is our job. He shouldn't be talking about this. So don't open with jokes because it was real awkward. Then it was like three people, each of them were like, hey, I got a couple jokes, and then the show starts, and then you're just like, all right, thanks for that ice cold intro. That's great. That's what keeps the people clapping. Um, Also, the other thing is they do this a lot too with corporate. I did this in the pandemic, another corporate sort of Zoom show, and they go, "All right, so you're gonna show up, and we're gonna just bring you into the meeting. It's like a surprise." And I was like, "Is there any way?" I've said this many times before. Comedy is not a surprise art form. It just isn't. People do not like to be surprised with comedy. It's a bad gift. They like to be surprised with big checks. They like to be surprised with tickets to a sports event. They like to be surprised with maybe some liquor, a bottle of wine, or tickets to a an island or something like that. A vacation, a free vacation, maybe a degree, a scholarship. People like to be surprised with scholarships if you're in college, but never, ever in history has anyone ever been pleasantly surprised that comedy is happening. Like, you can say, oh, that ended up being good. You could be pleasantly surprised about how the show went. That makes sense. But you're never like, oh, I hope they surprise me with a comedian. I hope when this party is really at the height, they go, everyone be quiet, we have a comedian come out. So I did this corporate Zoom, and the first thing they go is, all right, so we're not telling anybody you're coming. You're just gonna drop in. Oh my God, who's that? Who's talking? Oh, it's Collin Chamberlin, a comedian. That's what their plan is, and I have to now politely suggest that that is a horrible idea and will only set me up for failure because all someone's going to do is they're just going to mute me or kick me out of the meeting. Like, it's one thing if I walk into a room and people get what's going on, but if you just hear someone in the Zoom meeting being like, "Yeah, Ubers are too expensive. I got the Uber the other day," and that's what they're gonna hear, and they'll just think it's someone talking with their microphone on when they shouldn't be. The other thing they like to do is they go. This is all a lot of corporate gigs, but specifically this one. They go, okay, so the CEO, he loves to shop at this store, so make sure you mention that. And Fred loves, he really loves this football team, and they stink, so make fun of that football team. And Janice, like, she clicks her fingers a lot when she's typing. She's a real loud typer. And Brenda, she chews gum. She loves to chew gum. So if you could do a joke about her chewing gum, just use whatever. I'm not. And then they always go this. Hey, I'm not the comedian. You are. And then they laugh, and you go, oh yeah, you're right. You are right. But people are also probably paying you pretty well, so you have to politely, listen to them and make some suggestions. And at the end of the day, it's their show, and you just have to do whatever they want. So, of course, they give me like a list of things. They're like, try to mention these. We could try to work these in. So obviously, I do them, and no one's expecting it. People have barely know what's going on. They barely know that comedy's happening during their Microsoft Teams meeting. And all of a sudden, I'm making fun of the CEO. And he's just like, "What is he? Am I paying this guy? Is this? Am I?" And there's no way I'm paying him. So it was awkward. It was real awkward because the first 5 minutes, I was like, "Gary, what's up, Gary? Nice shirt. Did you get that at that store you love that you're maxing out all your credit cards at?" And then Gary's like looking at me. And he's like, "Is he talking? Oh, me? Should I respond?" And now it's a conversation. It was also when I did it. It was like their corporate like happy hour where they like all like have a drink at the same time or eat lunch at the same time. This one, they were all wearing like Hawaiian shirts. So I just get on and it's like a bad family photo. Like it's just 14 people in Hawaiian shirts in their house drinking White Claws and Coors Light. They just finished a meeting and here I am, 4 o'clock in the afternoon, being like, "So my girlfriend and I have been fighting. Anybody here fight with their girlfriend?" It's awkward. It's real awkward. But that's it. That's what you got to do right now. And I hate to, if there's anybody listening that would like to book me for a corporate event over Zoom, yes, I will do it, and I will say whatever you want, for the right price. But it's just part of this new comedy normal that we're trying to adapt to, I guess. But yeah, I mean, I don't know why. Like, I'm happy that these people book comedians because, like I said, it usually pays good, and I'm always rooting for comedians to work. But like, I don't know, it's just weird that like, yeah, we're gonna have a big meeting, and then we're gonna have like a buffet, and then a comedian will come out, and it'll be like, and then like, well, wait, weren't we just doing like a slideshow on the importance of like clean energy? And it's like, yeah, yeah, we'll interrupt that. We'll sort of take a quick left turn, and it'll be a comedian talking about how much he loves fast food. Does that work? Does that add up? I might have told the story already, but I'll say it briefly. I did a corporate once where it was it was a Christmas party. It was 3 o'clock in the afternoon. So of course it's daylight. It's in this huge room, completely lit up. Like there's no dark lighting. And I went on stage. It was for an electric company, and the guy before me was talking about how your Christmas trees could catch on fire at this time of year, and to be careful with your Christmas trees. Then he goes, and now your first comedian, Collin Chamberlin. So I'm following a family dying in their sleep because they left their Christmas tree on. That's what I have to walk up to. That's it. That's what this is all about. This is a episode about corporate Christmas parties, which is funny because that I think is the name of the subscription tier on this and Patreon. Corporate Christmas parties. I don't know. I mean, I'm happy again that they do them, but God, you go into them just thinking like, why would people do this to themselves? Why would people and it's always like people that don't usually talk. Like you could tell these corporate places that do these offices, this is like the second or third time they've all like been out. And they're like they're like kind of afraid to drink because they don't know who they're like feeling out like, and there's always like a younger group, maybe two or three younger people, maybe they're like interns that are really cutting loose because it's free food and free booze, and they've thrown caution to the wind. I did a thing once where it was in like a living room. It was in like this community sort of center living room thing in like an apartment building for a corporation, and I guess the guy that ran it lived in this apartment complex and just got like the rec room or community center, whatever it is, like the not lobby, but like sort of the room where you could have events, I guess, if you live here. Like it looked like a big living room. That's what it looked like. And there was dinner in the back, and there were people sat on the floor, and it was very strange because it was just like it was like a purge party where it was just a bunch of people really dressed nicely, eating nice food, and then I walk in with a couple other comics, and it's like, they all turn their heads like, "Hello, we're so glad you can join us." And you're like, "Oh, they're gonna kill me for sport. They're gonna be drinking out of a skull soon." And they always like to do this. They go, "Get something to eat. Get something to eat. Just have something to eat." But yeah, I mean, we're all in the same room. I'm probably not gonna eat in front of you after it's all bets are off. I'll eat like I'm getting the chair after. But before, no way. I can't eat in front of people. Um, I can't eat in front of people and then go perform for them. And be like, hey, remember me? I was the one that was eating stuffed chicken breast and I spilled some of the marinara on the table. So anyway, I recently moved in with my girlfriend. Like, I can't just go in to that after that magic. After you've seen me eat, you're not gonna think I'm funny, and you're not gonna want to talk to me. And then they'll be like, "Well, have a drink up, drink." It's like, well, I gotta perform, and also I have to drive home. Like, I can't just hang out here with you. I don't all of a sudden just work for this dentist's office. I gotta go home. But anyway, I don't know. But what I am again, I cannot stress enough. If you would like to hire me for your company's corporate event, I am available. I am extremely available. Um, I don't know. I mean, I'm looking forward to. I like Christmas. The thing is, with or without the shows, I like Christmas, and I think it's fun. I think it's I'm a big holiday season guy. I like to put up the lights early. I like to wrap the gifts and get them under the tree. I like to put up the decorations. I like Christmas shopping. I don't know. It might not. If you know me, it might not add up, but I love it. I love it all. I love the festivities of it, and I love the stress of it. And the thing I love the most is I love getting gifts for people, and I love really trying to figure out like their psyche, like what is a gift that's gonna make them cry. Because the best gift that I can get at Christmas is knowing in my heart that I gave someone a better gift than they gave me. Or you give them this thing where you've looked into their childhood. You've pulled back the curtain on who they are as a person. What is that thing that they have trouble forgetting, or when they think about it, it brings a tear to their eye because they miss somebody or whatever it is, and you buy them a gift that's related to that. You get them an old mitt, an old baseball mitt because they used to play catch with granddad, and granddad has been gone for a few Christmases, and you find the mitt that he used to get, and you get him that, and they're not expecting it, and then they fall to pieces, and then they hand you an Uber Eats gift card for $30, and you go, "This is what I live for. This is why I celebrate Christmas. This is it." I love knowing that somebody has to do the mental aerobics of thinking where they get the gift, they're shocked, they're overcome with emotion, and then there's a split second when they go, "Oh no. Oh no. I know what's in this card. I know what's in that box over there. It's shampoo and conditioner." And I'll be honest, I don't think he uses either. And you'd be right. I don't use conditioner and I rarely use shampoo. I don't know if that's weird, but I don't. I use regular soap. Um, but I love that. That's my favorite thing about the holidays. Or what you do is you get your gift first, right? And it's like a T-shirt, or it's a gift card, or I don't know, a bottle of wine, right? So a friend gives you a bottle of wine, and then you get the satisfaction of where you open and you go, "Oh my gosh, that's so nice. That wow, pot holders, that is really nice. Thank you so much." And you just know, as you are putting their gift that they got you down in your head, I have won. I have defeated you. And that's what Christmas is about. It's about defeating people on an emotional level. It's about conquering them and saying that, look, look what I was able to do. I was able to tap in to your emotional core. And you got me an Outback Steakhouse gift card. But happy holiday. No, thank you. Thank you so much. That is the gift that will keep on giving to yourself. And the thing is, it sounds selfish, and it is a little bit selfish, but also that person gets a really nice gift. That person is going to get a real nice gift. They're going to look at that every day and go, wow, I can't believe they knew to get me that. How nice is that? That is what it's about, folks. So I implore you, if you have people in your life that you think you know well enough to do this, do it. Take the time, spend the money to do it. Tap in to the thing that brings them to pieces when they look at it. They go, this, they're going to have to leave the table. They're going to open this, they're going to have to leave the room because they can't pull it together. You do that, and let me tell you, you will be in store for a very Merry Christmas. Well, folks, I can't think of a better way to end on. I mean, that's the holiday spirit right there. Thanks for listening to this episode, and be safe, and I'll see you all next week.